Welcome back to part 4 of our series working with Nate Skelly, and today we're talking about one of the biggest sources of frustration for a lot of people, and that of course is taxes. Now, a quick disclaimer, I am not a CPA and I am not a tax preparer. What we do at Financial Pathway is help clients with tax education instead of giving straight up tax advice. So I don't prepare tax returns, I don't give tax advice directly. Really, if you want to think of us as your guide, we help you to understand what you're paying in taxes, help you identify any strategies that might be able to save you money, and then we coordinate with your tax professional to make sure that you're taking advantage of all the tax strategies at your disposal. So the US tax code is over 70,000 pages long. It is completely unreasonable to expect any individual person to know all of it. And it's this giant labyrinth. It's full of twists and turns and dead ends. And for most people, of course, it feels intimidating, it feels confusing, and it feels even maybe a little bit scary. So that's where we come in. So our job is to help walk alongside with you as a knowledgeable guide, cut through all that jargon, help explain things in plain English, and help you go from feeling overwhelmed to confident in the tax strategies that you can use in your situation. So what does that look like in real life? Let me give you some examples of some of my favorite strategies that we've been able to use to help clients before. One would be Roth conversions. What we do is we can strategically move money from a pre-tax account, pay taxes on it now, so then that money becomes tax-free later on. Go ahead and lock in a low tax rate, pay the devil we know today, so that we can save even more in the future. Another one of my favorite strategies is to do qualified charitable distributions. A lot of people are unaware that you can actually give directly from your IRA to your church or to any sort of nonprofit. Once you reach a certain age, the IRS is going to make you take money out of that account anyway, but if you send it directly, if you do it the correct way, you can actually fulfill that requirement from the IRS and not induce taxes to yourself in the process. Capital gains management. As your investments grow over time, some of them are going to be subject to capital gains. If you are intentional about how and when you sell those investments, you can end up paying way less in taxes than you otherwise would. Another great strategy that I love to use is charitable giving accounts, things like donor advised funds or charitable trusts. These can help make a big impact for, again, your church or causes that you care about, and simultaneously save you big money on taxes in the process. So each of these strategies, I've seen them save clients thousands, tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars if they are done correctly and done at the right times. The real power is in planning ahead of time, because remember, for a tax preparer, what they're typically doing is just looking back at what happened last year and telling you what you owe. What we try to do at Financial Pathway is help you to look forward into the future, a year, 2, 5, 10 years down the road, and see what are some things that we can do proactively to start saving on taxes instead of always looking back a year at what we can't change. So tax planning doesn't stop at your investments either, although that is a big part of it. Even decisions like when you take Social Security, how you sign up for Medicare, those can have big tax implications as well. And looking further down the road, even things like how you leave money to your beneficiaries. That's a tax planning decision too. A lot of times people don't realize that choosing the right beneficiary designations, utilizing your gifting limits during your lifetime, even leaving certain accounts to qualified charities, all of these things can be smart planning moves and help maximize your money to go to the people and causes that you care about. So this is why working with a financial planner is so much more than just growing your money. That is an important part of it, but it is also about how much you keep. So it's great if we can make a lot of money over time, but if we're losing a lot of that to taxes, it's an inefficient process. So we want to be able to do both, grow our money and also save on taxes at the same time. Some of the most impactful ways that we've helped clients have had actually nothing to do with the investment side, but all on the tax planning side. And it helps us to keep more money in our pocket and less in Uncle Sam's. So if the tax maze has you feeling overwhelmed right now, you don't have to go it alone. With the right guidance, you can keep more of what you worked so hard to earn, and that's what we want to do. In our next and our final episode in this series, part 4, we're going to bring it all together. We're going to talk about how investment management, how tax planning, retirement planning, they all fit into one cohesive strategy, and it gives you confidence for the future. So I'll see you on that final episode.